Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. We're going to start from here, right? We're going to check this out. I'm not going to do the breaking news background and all that. We're going to break this down because this is a video that I'm getting ready to show you where they was talking about how DMX was in a situation just like Pooh Shiesty where he was trying to get out of his contract and DMX was $8 million in the hole, and Jay-Z wiped it clean for DMX to go to the next level, just like Pooh Shiesty could have took it as if, you know, to Gucci Man and let Gucci Man know straight up, yo, this is what it is. You made $24 million allegedly, you know, while I was in jail. I ain't getting nothing out of that. Now I got this set up where I can make $15 million. Let me get this bag, man. I went out and got the bag. Let's play the video, then we gonna go from there. All right. All right, let's go. We're going to keep this thing moving, man, all right? Now, we're going to get this. Let's get in the DMX joint, right? That's where I want to get right to that so we ain't got to play no games. Now, this is what happened. This was on The Real Report. Big shout out to The Real Report. What's my man, Uncle Murder? I'm a big fan. I love the way you handle that Gucci situation. Yeah, yo, when you did that joint, saying that Bobby Shmurda was too loyal, I didn't agree with that, and I didn't like that, but I know, you know, you try and speak for the other side, so I know that wasn't really you speaking. I'm going to speak on that later, but let's get to this, because we riding.
X was in the hole over there for about a good $8 million. At least. And I gotta give it to Hov because, you know,
he always shouted you out. He always saluted you. I noticed that too, always.
That's my guy, and this is the craziest part. And never forget this. He was rapping, and they was, you know, they was always compatible to each other. They was
talking about the Jay-Z and DMX battle, that legendary battle that people talk about. Yes, guys.
But what happened was, me and Jay had a rapport. Like him and X probably had, but I had a good rapport with Jay. X was at Def Jam, but then he became the president at Def Jam. Hov was up there running the show. X was in the hole over there for about a good $8 million, at least. So I went back in and I was like, yo, let me holler at you for a minute. So me and him, we got a good relationship. He was like, what's up? I said, this ain't working out for him, boom, boom, boom. Let's see if we can switch and move him somewhere else so we can get him from over here because he don't really feel like comfortable there.
At Def Jam at that point.
He didn't want to be at Def Jam at that point. We talked back and forth, but you know, you can't really go because wherever you go, you all this money, you still owe this money.
You still owe that $8 million, definitely.
That nigga wiped the whole shit out. He ain't had to pay nothing and let him go. Straight like that.
Gotta salute that, definitely.
Right there, that was probably 20 years ago, but I remember that. I gotta give him that because it could have went a different way if he didn't just say, all right, go ahead, motherfucker. Do what you got.
Definitely.
See, I played that because like he said, that could have went a different way. And that's what this is all about, so you understand. Pooh Shiesty took it a different way because Gucci Man didn't do it the way Jay-Z did it. Now, let me break this down so y'all really understand, you know, the two mentalities. Pooh Shiesty from the street, 100% from the street. Gucci Man. Y'all said, I'm going to disrespect Shiesty and say Gucci Shiesty. Yo, y'all forgive me, right? But Gucci Man, you know, he came on the scene saying he was from the street. He sold himself as being from the street and a part of the street, and anything happened, he's going to deal with it on the street level, and that's just the way it went down. So now they got an issue with the contract, so Pooh Shiesty took it to the street level and threw the Draco in his face because he felt violated and disrespected by Gucci Man, and like Gucci Man violated the code of the street, so by him violating the code of the street, Pooh Shiesty had every right to take it to any mother effing level he chose to take it to. And all you rat bastards that don't like that, don't understand that, mother F you. That's how I feel about it. You got a young man from the street trying to find his way. He found the lane, but he still didn't find a way. Pooh Shiesty found a lane, but he didn't find a way. So Pooh Shiesty turned around and he get with Gucci Man in order for Gucci Man to choose to sign him, because you know at that time somebody in Memphis probably wanted to sign him, didn't want to sign him or whatever, but once he put the first joint out with Lil Durk, that joint that blew fire, we already know what happened after that. Other labels wanted to get at him. Gucci Man kept him by letting them know that, yo, you with us, we from the street, we wanted you, we understand what time it is, we see what time it is, and we are one alike. We don't go to the police. Just sign this contract. So he signs the contract. Now, when he signs the contract, right, Pooh Shiesty looking at it like, you know, big shout out to Report. Pooh Shiesty looking at it like, damn, he one of us. You know, I gotta leave my man. I'm gonna leave this kid up here. I like this kid, Uncle Murder, man. Word is born. Y'all, hold up. This show, and Tony Yayo might not like it, but I ain't got nothing. We ain't talking about Tony Yayo. Ain't got nothing against Tony Yayo, because Tony Yayo got to play like his Cisco, and Uncle Murder is Ebert. So I'm down with Ebert right now, right? Now, so I'm going to leave him up there. This dedicated to you. I'm going to talk to you. I'm the Uncle Murder. I'm going to talk to you, Uncle Murder. This show is dedicated to Uncle Murder and my man I text yesterday, you know, and he hit me back and understood where I'm coming from. Big shout out. Big, and a round of applause to my man 050. I watch him. I love him. I know y'all gonna eat me up for saying that. I love his content. All right, relax. I love his content. 050 is like the Midwest AK-47. Big shout out to AK-47. I watch him too. All right, relax. These are dudes from the street that get the street before the street get the street. You understand? That see things the way I see it, from where I'm from. And that's not no disrespect to nobody else, because I'm gonna ride through this before I go any further. I love the kid, and y'all gonna say, every time I say his name, y'all put in the comments you don't like him. But I love the dude. I love the content creator, Seti Nash. If I want to get caught, listen, I'm too old to be listening to this foolery and be on YouTube all day. So I got to do crash courses to do my videos, because I'm not going to get into digging whose paperwork is hot, where it come from, who can't talk about who, why talk about who, when, how, and what. What the fuck? Keep that shit away from me. So I go to Seti Nash. Seti Nash breaks it down like the hood lawyer he say he is. You can use this for a promo, Seti. Because I do watch you and everything is legitimate from the heart. I'll text you and you know it. And I even asked Seti Nash. I talked to him on a FaceTime on one of the Instagram channels or something like that. Maybe Favorite. I don't know what the hell it was. Someone so I don't even use it. I'm getting ready to give my phone, my whole Instagram to somebody to start posting my life, what I've been living. If you see the content I got in my phone, I'm with everybody from Jim Jones to Davies, you know. Yo, I'm all over the place. Max B Party, Fabulous Party, you know, what's the radio man there? What y'all love? You know, my man, he's a DJ Club 2000, Funk Master Flex, Melly Mel, Lou Sims, Ferris. I'm on the street with the men, and I'm with the entertainers, and I know it's two different leagues. If you make a deal with an entertainer, you know that it's a different type of deal than what we're used to comprehending a deal to be. You make a deal with a street dude, it's a different deal than what you're used to making with an industry dude. So now you got Pooh Shiesty in the street, you got Gucci Man from the street, representing the street, allegedly catching a body from the street, getting a self-defense. I even seen Big Deb, and I respect Big Deb. Big shout out to Big Deb and Bimmy. Big shout out to Big Deb and Bimmy. They doing their thing. I don't get into the rumors, the gossip, the this, the that. I'm just speaking facts. These is our people that's making moves, and we need to move together with our people. We'll be much stronger than individual little YouTube channels. We'll have big streaming networks if we all came together. You got Hassan Campbell, 10 toes down, they going at it. Well, 10 toes down going at Hassan Campbell. I ain't see Hassan Campbell respond to none of that. Big shout out to my man T-Mac. You know what I mean? Relax. You know what I mean? Big shout out to my man T-Mac. And I watch 050, Zip with the Drip. Love Zip with the Drip. Let's not forget Zip with the Drip. We got good content creators, great content, exceptional content creators. Zeke Black. We got excellent Harlem legend. Yo, listen, when I want to get caught up, I might run to Seti Nath, then I run a Harlem Legend, and then I run over there to the kid Poetic Flacco. I'm getting ready I try to reach out. Listen how real I am, right? Listen. I love what this kid, what this man, I'm from New York, so we say kid, not disrespect. I love what this man, Poetic Flacco, is doing when he break it down, because this son of a go at everybody. And he gets his what they call it, T's crossed and I's dotted. But he speaks from a civilian point of view. And to be honest, that's the one I like the best. And y'all, all that I make you get mad at me. I like the dude Poetic Flacco. Because Poetic Flacco, get on his YouTube. He tell all the street, hood, gossip business. He on point, catch it first. They send him information. But he tell you, if you touch me, I'm going to the law. If you put a Draco in my face to sign a contract to get out of a deal that we got, I'm going to the law. You might not agree with that, but you got to respect that that's where he stand. So don't do no business with him, because if the contract is not right or the business deal is breached, you're going to pull a Draco and he's telling you he's going to go to the police. But instead, Gucci Man told Pooh Shiesty, I would never go to the police. He said it on social media. I'm just not playing it because there's some music playing in the background. But y'all know Gucci Man said, I'm that dude. I never go to the police. I don't even like detectives. I can't spell detectives, Gucci Man said. Damn near, that's some unique shit. But anyway, where I'm getting at is, this dude is so off limits with what he's doing. Gucci Man, just come out and say, yo, I'm a rat bastard now. That's who I am. I'm a snitch now. That's who I am. I'm whatever you want to call me now. That's who I am. But I know who I am. I'm Gucci Man, Roderick Davis. I'm the man. I'm my own man, and I chose to go to the law because I have a right to, because I pay my taxes. Just come out and say it. It's all we're saying, dog. But when you come up and you say, I see somebody, I'm shooting them. They better not step with my wife. I'm never going to the police. That's what all that dumbass shit sound like. Stop it, Gucci. Just admit who you are. And it's not to disrespect you. You've seen the Army movies when they roll up what they say. Colonel such and such reporting, sir. And he let him know he's a colonel. Now that you are working with the police, because the name is in the statement, in the complaint, somebody hit me, right? This is how stupid this is. And I'm going to ride. This how stupid this is. Someone hit me in my, that's why I haven't really been doing the videos. I can't believe some of the stuff that y'all are even getting out from this internet. And then when you hear me speak, you ask a stupid question saying, oh, I got to see Gucci Man get on the stand. My brother. Somebody put in the comments they wanted to see Gucci Man get on the stand before they believe that he's a rat bastard. Brothers, sisters, in the complaint that's being used to hold and confine Pooh Shiesty, the shiestiest dude in the rap game, Gucci Mane's Roderick Davis statement is what's holding him. Roderick Davis said he felt under duress. Roderick Davis is a CEO. That's a federal entity. Then these young men allegedly came from Memphis all the way to Texas. That's crossing, state lines, but I don't see the commerce in it. But the commerce in it is he went to force him to sign a contract that was worth millions, possibly billions of dollars. Pooh Shiesty didn't know how to handle it because he don't know how to handle it from the street. Gucci Mane told him he was from the street, so Pooh Shiesty reacted like he was effing supposed to react, being a man from the street dealing with another man that says he's from the same block as you, under the same morals and principles. This CEO, Roderick Davis, did not identify himself as a rat bastard or a CEO that would go to the police. Roderick Davis been putting out to us that he's this gangster, he earned his teardrop, all that crap. And this is not to disrespect him, it's just to call a spade a spade. This is a spade. It's right in front of you. But then you have people that say straight up, if something happened, I'm calling the law. Let us know when you meet. You know when we're not from your block. Not only by the way we dress, but our swag, our twang, our dialect, our language. You know you not from our block. You know you not from our world. So all I'm saying is to make the world a more peaceful and safer place is identify yourself when you go outside your lane and step on another lane, aka block. Gucci Mane called Pooh Shiesty in to come see him as business, but then he let Pooh Shiesty know he from the same block as him. You need to be over here with 1017. We know how to understand you. We know how to push that gangster shit because we gangsters. You following me? And Pooh Shiesty said bet. And they shook. Gave each other that. What they did, whatever. And now they good. But then Gucci Mane had an ace in the hole. He said, sign right here. And he signed based on the handshake. And from that became Shiesty's biggest nightmare. Shiesty didn't know nothing about that weapon. He didn't know how detrimental and superior the ink from a pen is. Because he's from the street. All he know about is that pistol and how powerful that bullet is. But not the ink. Let me play another drum, right? Because I got to hit this, then I got to go because I'm going to be the voice for Shiesty, right? I'm going to be the voice for Shiesty because I don't even think that's going to even play right. I got to set it up. So give me a second to set it up. I might have just put it on the other scene. But I want to play this drum where this dude talking about Shiesty and he deserved to be in jail. But I respect the dude speaking because he's letting it be known that he's speaking from the side of a dude that don't break the law and believe in calling the police. So he has a right to feel that way. But you mother They're sitting here talking about y'all from the street, y'all watching it, y'all a part of it, you commenting, playing tough guys and tough girls, and then you sit there and somebody throw a Draco in your face and you call for the police to save you? You're the mother that I can't stand. That's what I call a rat bastard. Stay on your lane, call the police, do what you want to do. Don't come in this shit here and play, tell somebody you'll never do this, never do that, and you try and play like you about it, and then this is the crap that we dealing with. Stop that shit, all right? See, let me open this up, right? You gotta see, it's only 30 seconds, but you know, this is what the money go to when I get my my donations, so y'all understand that the money is not going in vain. Watch how fast I do this, right? Watch this. All right, I'm gonna let y'all watch it. See, I even produced my own joint just coming home from prison after 28 years. You see? So now I just take that, I'm gonna bring Shiesty Face in, Bob. You know what I mean? Make sure he in, bring him down here. You know what I mean? Look how we do that, right? Okay, so now I wanna play this because this is a dude talking about Shiesty belongs in jail. That hurt me to my heart to see that. But I had to look at the messenger. And I said, the messenger ain't one of us. So, I mean, how you going to let somebody that ain't even from your cloth sit here and speak on any goddamn thing? But now that I'm older, you understand what I'm saying? I see exactly where the messenger's coming from. And I agree with the messenger. If that's the side that you grew up on. But you can't hustle on the street and make $1 million and say, oh, I'm no longer from the street. And then you telling the people from the street, I'm from the street. That's where the disconnect come in at. Let's see what he got to say.
Stay in jail, bro, and this is one of them. And the scary part was, your daddy went with you to do the crime. Then your mama went viral. Some people need to stay in jail, bro, and this is one of them. And the scary part was, your daddy went.
He said some people need to stay in jail, and this is one of them. And this is the scary part to him. But I'm going to break down that part to you.
With you to do the crime. Then your mama went viral about some, that's what we do. But she like 50 years old. Get Shorty out of here too. Lock her up too. What actually bothered me is the people calling.
You see what I'm saying? Yo, family. This is a family from the hood that didn't make it out yet, that's trying to make it out, that want to get in the bag, and they still trying to figure out how to think like you, how to understand and comprehend you with your what they call rat ways. How could you say that any man deserved to be in jail unless you talk about a child molester or somebody do something to a woman? But a man in the street handling a business disagreement the way they choose to handle it, you can never tell them how to deal with their agreement. But that's why they got the law, and that's why I say stay out the street, go in his world, and follow his rules. But when Gucci brought Shiesty down in that world, he knew what Shiesty was capable of. So if you know Shiesty is capable of pulling the Draco, putting it in your face, and then he pulled the Draco and put it in your face, how could you go to the law when you knew that's who he was? You knew when you said you wasn't going to pay for the funeral, even though you did pay for the funeral because the father said you paid for the funeral, so you get your kudos for that. But then you turn around and for the life of me, ask for the chain back. Forget how much money you got. Big Scar died representing your brand, your label. Shiesty in jail for your label. You can imagine what Shiesty was thinking when he got the phone call and he called home or used a cell phone or whatever he did and found out that Gucci Man said that he wasn't going to pay for the joint, for the funeral. Like, is he crazy? And then Gucci Man said, I want my chain back. Is he double crazy? And then Pooh Shiesty get ready to come home and Gucci Man don't even show up at the jail. And y'all say, why she show up in the jail? He's supposed to show up in jail and let him know what his bag grew like while he was gone. Okay, that's his business partner at the end of the day. The same business partner that y'all say got every right to run to the police that I say he do if he was not in or a part of the street. And when people say, oh, Gucci Mane ain't been on the street in years, no. Gucci Mane's been living on the street. He's still living on the street. He's still talking like the old Guwop when the new hooker done came out. Pick a side, Gucci. If Gucci was to just come out and say, yo, man, I'm a businessman now. I got my family. This is where I'm at. I'm leaving that behind. Yo, I'm going to court and testify against him because I got to get my insurance money and I got to keep him signed to this contract. So I'm going to do what I got to do. And it don't matter what reason I'm doing what I got to do or what I feel I got to do. I'm going to do what the mother F I want to do. And I want to go to testify against this mother for throwing a Draco in my face because I feel I'm not going to jeopardize everything that I have for this fool. For this, like I said on the record, crash dummy. But at the same time, dog, you don't make a record called Crash Dummy. Now you rubbing salt in the wounds when you already know you violating and you switch sides, so that's cool. Go. That's like somebody saying all of a sudden they he cipher monkey cipher and you trying to force a he cipher monkey cipher to be straight. You can't force a rat to be a man. I'm going to say that again. You can't force a rat to be a man. Just like you can't force a he cipher monkey cipher to be straight. That's a choice. When they choose that, is what it is. And now you have to, even though you don't respect it, you just say, all right, I'm going to keep that over there and I'm going to stay over here because I'm not with the he cipher monkey cipher and I'm not with the he cipher truth. Y'all figured out, put in the comments what he cipher truth is. I'm just giving it to y'all real raw and uncut, man. But this dude, he ain't talking from civilian point of view. He got to be right to talk that way. They don't got nothing against it. But what I'm saying is when Guwop is still talking about he goo mother effing wop, and he talking about locking Shiesty up and making records telling about the case before the indictment even dropped, when all they used was his words from the criminal complaint, like how dirty can you be? But then again, I'm going to ask it, how shiesty can you be? Because, you know, you got that shiesty, you got the shiesty sides on the street now. Now, that's some shiesty shit that Gucci did. Even though that's Pooh Shiesty. But that's some shiesty shit Gucci did. Y'all think that's some shiesty shit Gucci did? Put it in the comments. But the whole point is I'm trying to show that they're both being shiesty because you got yin and yang, you got left and right, you got up and down, you got left and right. And you got Pooh Shiesty and you got Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane chose his means of being shiesty by going to the police. And Pooh Shiesty saw his means or chose his means of being shiesty by throwing a Draco in Gucci Mane's face to allegedly force him to sign off the contract. You see how real this program is? But I'm just keeping it real. This dude talked from civilian point of view, but I had to speak on it because I don't like them saying all that. Pooh Shiesty from the street, he's living by the street code. It's a different mother effing code than what you're used to. So stop trying to judge them. Judge them with your peers and your comrades. When you speak about them with men that's been there, done that, and know what time it is, it sounds, as Mike Tyson says, Lilliputious. Stop it. Enjoy the program, have your dialogues, but all this disrespecting that young man because he didn't elevate yet? Yes, he made a mistake. From an adult point of view, talking at 62. But when I was 22, I would have did the same mother effing thing. And that's what cost me 26 years in prison, but I had to learn the hard way. Shiesty got to learn the hard way. But that was a choice that he chose. The PO even called him and said, get your ass home. What are you doing? Yo, the PO said, man, I know that little bastard out there doing something. Get your ass home. That's the PO. And he said, yeah, I'll be right there. Yo, hold me up. Yo, give me the assignment papers. I can go. You know, that's gangster from a street level. And that's stupid as hell from the other level. Gucci looking down there, I'm like, nigga, you stupid? Like, are you for real? Yo, even the cameraman had to ask him, yo, this got to be a skit. I know he ain't do nothing stupid like this. Can I get my Rolex back? The cameraman said, can I get my Rolex back? That means the cameraman didn't believe nobody was this damn stupid. They couldn't, to them, that's the dumbest person. They didn't even believe him when he did it until they looked in his eyes and seen that he had murder in his eyes. That's what's so crazy, to show you how it's two different worlds. But they felt the draft of the demon on them when they removed those jewels and handed them over to Shiesty. Or to his people. But Shiesty needed money. See, Shiesty ain't never been about money like that. Shiesty is moving on the principle. If y'all want me to tell you I can tell you a whole video about different scenarios of principle. The principle of the thing is, dude step on your sneakers, you shoot him in the face, he in jail, and now he doing life, and you ask him, yo, dog, but why did you shoot doing the favor just stepping on your sneakers? It was the principle of the thing. The principle? Dude get mad, this girl beat her up, cut her face up, and now he in jail for domestic violence. You run into him in the jail, yo, what happened? Why you spaz out? I ain't spaz out. It was the principle of the thing. What? Y'all want to hear more principle stories? Let me know you want to hear more principle stories, but that was going on. So Pooh Shiesty, when he went to rob the dude that took him to jail in the first place the first time for $2,500 and a little bit of weed, that man dropped the bag with $40,000 cash at the scene of the crime. If you got $40,000 and you robbing someone with $40,000 in your pocket coming from the streets of Memphis, New York, Miami, California, Chicago, if any one of y'all watching this got $40,000 in your pocket, or you gonna go rob a dude? So why you think Pooh Shiesty did that? Put it in the comments. That's the principle. That's the principle of the thing. Dude might have got slick out the mouth. Dude might have been not wanting to come down on the price, you know? So now he had to check him. Now he in federal prison in Victorville on that last bid. And they asked him, yo, what happened? Why you crash out? I ain't crash out. It was the principle. He violated me. He disrespected me. He whoop, and I'm out of here.
Cheers, cheers, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Yeah. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio.